Good morning, y'all. It's 7:20 and it's 35 degrees. Tent City is starting to stir. There's tents way back there, as you can see. It's a gorgeous morning and time to break camp. Just had my Carnation instant breakfast and 2 Starbucks all mixed together. Gotta have another snack, pack up, and get on. Okay, have a good day, everybody. All right, so I left Muskrat Creek shelter tent site at about 9, which is kind of late, but you know, I'm on vacation. A lot of nice people there. I might have been the only person not through hiking. It was a cold night. Every time I woke up, I put more clothes on. But I have my 0-degree sleeping bag with me. So as long as you're in there and you got your head covered, you're in good shape. Another 10-mile-ish day today. The beginning of it is fairly flat, just gentle ups and downs. Looking forward to a nice weather today. I think maybe tonight and definitely tomorrow there's a little bit of rain coming. Some folks were saying it might be cold enough to snow. I would prefer the snow to the rain, but we'll see. As you can see, it's a nice bright sunny day so far. So gonna make some miles. Just had a Fig Newton. I'm ready to go. Talk to y'all later. So hiking along this nice ridge here that is mostly a downgrade. That way's east. Sun's up there. It falls off down here. I just passed a Blue Blaze trail called Chunky Gal. Sorry I didn't get a photo of the sign. It's well known just because of its goofy name. Most of the names out here lean toward the goofy side, and you know, there's a whole story behind each one of them, I'm sure. Anyway, easy day so far. Trying to drink and eat, drink and eat, drink and eat. We'll see you down the trail. Oh, speaking of eating, I'd like to give a big shout out to Karen D from back home, who gave me some early trail magic. She gave me some dehydrated meals and some Spam and some peel-packed chicken and tuna and other goodies. Jiffy peanut butter. Thank you, Karen D. I appreciate it. I'm halfway through what you gave me already. See ya. Nice campsite here down in the hole. Big log to use for a seat. We are at Water Oak Gap. Gorgeous. Ah, the breeze. Well, here we are at Deep Gap with all my new best friends. Hey, everybody. There's a big mountain up there. I believe it's Standing Indian Mountain. That's next. So this is a good place to sit on your butt and have some nutrition. So that's what we're all doing. It's gorgeous out. It's a great day to hike. See you later. Hey folks, we are on Standing Indian Mountain, elevation 5435. I haven't been this high since, well, never mind. Well, it's always nice to look back at the mountain you went up over and came down the other side. Standing Indian, well done. After the descent from Standing Indian, our little bubble of hikers had about 3 miles to go to Carter Gap Shelter, making it a 12.5-mile day. Everyone was eager to get there and get camp set up and get dinner because rain was coming later that night. Sure enough, right after dark, the rain started and continued all through the night and into the next morning. I didn't do any filming around the shelter because it's tough with so many campers there, and you don't want to get them in your video without their permission. In the morning, everyone waited for the rain to slack up, and then we broke camp and headed out. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's a damp Wednesday. It rained all last night at Carter Gap Shelter into the morning. A lot of the thru hikers are arranging for shuttle rides to get off the trail. Right this moment is the nicest weather it's been for about 12 hours. The rain is slacked. I think there's more coming. The radar's been a little fickle. So I have a couple of 3 options. There's a couple of shelters up ahead before and after, both after Albert Mountain. There's a little bypass around Albert Mountain that eliminates a rock scramble, which if the rain starts up again, I'm going to skip. And I'll at least stop at the shelter for lunch. The big possibility is to do 16 today, and hike all the way back to the truck. The easy part of that is I don't have to set up camp. The truck is there. So we'll see how it goes, see how my body feels. And all that. So hope you're having a nice Wednesday. This is why I came out here, for a full dose of the AT, and the weather is delivering that. Peace. The hike towards Albert Mountain was muddy, slippery, and at times resembled hiking in a creek. At one point, I stuck one of my trekking poles in the mud and only came back with half of it, the other half still stuck in the mud. I used some KT tape to put it all back together, and it worked out pretty well. I took a short bypass around the very top of Albert Mountain, and when I connected back to the AT, came upon a nice surprise. Hey y'all, so when I started, I said there'd be a couple of milestones on this trip. The first one was getting out of Georgia into North Carolina. And here's the second one. It's 100 miles on the Appalachian Trail. I've also done the approach trail, so that's a lot of miles, unless you consider how long the trail is. I think I've done like 4% of the entire trail, but 100's a cool number, so yay me. Onward. After Albert Mountain, it was a couple more miles to the Long Branch Shelter, where I knew a couple of my new thru hiker friends were going to spend the night. I had a good lunch, which boosted my mood and my energy level. And about 4 o'clock, I decided to go ahead and hike 7 more miles out to Winding Stair Gap to my truck and call it a day. Hey guys, how you doing? I just left the Long Branch Shelter, which is a couple miles past Albert Mountain. A couple of through hikers I've been hiking part of the days with were there, Gourmet and Crispy. And there were 2 other dudes I hadn't met yet. They're all spending the night at the shelter. I stayed there long enough to eat lunch. It's about 7 miles to my truck. I can get there before the sun sets, so I'm going to do it and turn this 4-day adventure into a 3-day. But then I'm going to hang out in Franklin and play shuttle driver for those guys tomorrow. Take them into Franklin for a resupply and then bring them back to the trail if that's what they want. So hiking out of here with real food in mind as usual. And there you go. It's the rain's stopping. It's going to clear up, so I think I'll have lots of daylight. Onward. So I'm maybe halfway from Long Branch Shelter to Winding Stair Gap where my truck is. We had one gentle up, but pretty much the rest of it is all down. Nice and muddy like it's been every day. This has been the most enjoyable section hike I've done so far, mainly because of all the through hikers I run into. And you know, the camaraderie everybody has and the interesting stories everyone tells. Slipping in the mud, woo! Had some good climbs that made me question my wisdom about picking this for a hobby. The climb out of Dix Creek when I started was not so bad. Not too bad. Got a little steep, but it wasn't terrible. Let's see. The climb right after the Georgia-North Carolina state line was brutal. It was North Carolina's way of saying, oh, you think you're bad. You finished a whole state. Well, check this out. It was one of those stair-type climbs straight up, and it just went on forever. Like, welcome to North Carolina. Standing Indian Mountain was fun. I'd like to thank the trail makers for not just sending us right up the hill. We sort of wound around the mountain all the way to the top, which meant it took a long time, but not super steep for most of it. There were some steep parts, but it was a good challenge. And Albert Mountain, I took a little bypass around the very top of it because there was no views up there. Everything's foggy and spooky. After the rain stops, it's just kind of, you know, horror movie spooky out here in the woods. So anyway, in I don't know, 4 miles ish, I'll be back in my truck and I'll head back to Franklin and you know, enjoy the real world and all its cleanliness and high calorie food. So we'll talk to you again later. Creepy. Man, it's just getting foggier. I think I've got enough daylight to get to my truck, but I better go now. Bye-bye. Hey guys, Winding Stair Gap. I'm just up from the parking lot. Hi, almost out of daylight. 40 miles over 3 days. The last day was a personal best of 16 miles. Motivated by a return to civilization. I had a great time. Thank you for all the nice comments. I would recommend this as a way of dealing with whatever stresses you. Life presents some challenges that are not asked for fairly often. And sometimes it's helpful to make your own challenges. And helps you cope with the not so nice ones. So I think I've said that before. You know what I mean. Whether it's physical or mental, try to find something that helps you through the day. This is Gatorade signing off. I'll make a YouTube video soon. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, I already did. Peace.